It's 4 o'clock. Okay, perfect. Welcome everyone. Thank you all so much for taking some time out of your day to come join us on Discord and learn how it works. I'm going to be recording this session, so if you have a friend who maybe couldn't make it today or you just want a refresher on what we talk about today, we'll be sending that video out to everyone and making it very public. And I'll turn the recording off once we get to the QA session, so don't worry, you won't be recorded. um, I want to get started by giving our Associate Dean, Sue McCracken, an opportunity to give you all a very warm welcome. So, Sue, please take it away.
Thank you, Marty. And welcome, everyone. So exciting to see so many people engaging in Discord. I watch it every day, and the engagement is fantastic. So I'm thrilled. Discord is your community. We've created it for all of you to network, get to know one another, become friends, learn about DeGroote, learn about each other, learn about our senior students or upper year students that have been amazing in supporting you. So I'm really excited, as I said, to see all of you here, and I'm looking so forward to meeting all of our first year students in next week coming up in our getting ready for university sessions that are Monday to Thursday at 2 o'clock and 8 o'clock. Be sure to join us, and then for the One Grow course that I'm going to be leading in the fall. So extremely excited to get to know all of you. But Discord is important for us. It's really important for us to allow you to connect. And Marty, who's going to be taking over in just a moment, he is our guru of Discord, and he's going to show you how it works and how you can make the most out of it. So I'm really, really excited for you to learn how to use it. I'm learning as we go as well. But it has been fantastic over the summer for us to connect with students. And it's going to be a great way for you to connect as well. So again, a huge welcome. I look forward to engaging with you more next week and in Grow and in other activities. And I'm going to turn it over to Marty so that you guys can learn about what Discord can do for you.
Thank you so much, Sue. Yeah, just to echo, huge welcome, and once again, thank you all so much. So, what I'm going to go through today is talking a little bit about what Discord is, why we chose it as a platform, and what the difference between platforms like Zoom and Teams are versus Discord. First and foremost, Discord is just a community platform, meaning it was designed to allow virtual communities to thrive. So it's more of a space, a place you come to, rather than a single meeting like Zoom or a chat service like Teams. It creates a space that has various voice rooms and chat rooms that you know when you're coming to our specific Discord server, you're engaging with other DeGroote students. And so our hope is that this becomes a place that you and your peers can feel comfortable coming to talk to each other, jump into a quick voice room, or just chat about whatever is going on. And there's a lot of staff and faculty that we're also encouraging to get on this platform because we want to keep that community feeling very open so that if you have a concern, you know someone's going to quickly be able to see it. And the feedback that was shared over the summer was something that our associate deans were keeping an eye on. And so it was influencing a lot of the high level conversations happening across the university. So the feedback that's shared on here is very direct and very valuable. Um, so please engage as much as you can. And so what I'm going to do is actually start streaming my screen so that I can show you all my Discord screen, which will look a little bit different to yours, but it'll give me a chance to show you all the ins and outs of how it works. And then at the end, we will talk about what makes the DeGroote server so special and what we're hoping the DeGroote server will look like. And then I'll give everyone an opportunity to share their feedback and ask any questions. So in just about a second, I'm going to go live. And you'll see in the voice room that we're in, you'll see my name and a little live icon. You should be able to click my name and click join screen, and you'll actually be able to start seeing my screen. So everyone take a second to do that so that you can follow along visually, and you can kind of see what I'm talking about. So I'll just give everyone a moment to join. We have about 29 people in here so far. 36. Good job, guys. Instant. I love it. It's an easy to use platform. It's honestly not complicated. Once you get comfortable with it, I find that people end up using it over other things just because it's so much more convenient. So, first things first, I'll explain how your account works and what a server is. So when you joined the server, you were asked to make an account, and it looks like most of you made an account. And you were likely using the browser version of Discord, which means that you were accessing the Discord application through your web browser. That's totally fine, but I typically recommend you also take a moment to download Discord onto your computer and your phone, because it runs smoother and it's easier to access that way. But once you make an account and you sign up with an email, we have a special verification step to make sure that you've actually signed up with your email, because that lets us ensure that your account is actually yours. We're not taking any extra steps to verify that you're a Mac student or anything, because we didn't want to make the barrier of entry too high. We just wanted to make sure that you could get on here and start talking to people. So, if you've already created your account and verified your email, here, someone's making some. Make sure your microphones are muted. I'm gonna go ahead and server mute people that aren't, and I'll unmute you later, so don't worry. I was hearing some background noise. So if you've created your account, you'll receive an email to whichever email that you signed up to Discord with that gives you a chance to verify your email. So make sure you click that. And once you've taken that step, you have to go to the rules channel on the top left here that I'm hovering over. You're going to give it a click and then scroll to the bottom and click this little green check mark, and the number will go up. It looks like the vast majority of you have taken that step, which is amazing. A couple people are starting to take that step now, but that just verifies that you've actually created an account, and the bot will assign you a special role. So, once you have your Discord account, you're more than welcome to add each other as friends if you like. You can send each other personal private messages and DMs. But in order to actually access the DeGroote server, you must have joined through a special invite link, meaning it's not enough to just have a Discord account. You have to specifically join our server. So on the left-hand side, you guys are already in the server, by the way, so good job. But on the left-hand side, you'll see this little DeGroote circle. That means that you're in the server and you're currently looking at stuff that's related to our server. On my screen, you'll see a bunch of other circles because I'm in a bunch of other communities. So I have communities that are just some of my friends. I have communities that are for specific games, etc. And there's even other clubs at McMaster University that have their own Discord servers. So if you want to get connected with those servers, you're more than welcome to. But we only control what happens in the official DeGroote School of Business server. So that's what a server is, and that's why you were all sent a special invite link to join. Now, on the left-hand side, you'll see various categories with a little arrow. So you can minimize the categories if there's too many channels going on. Also on my screen, you'll see some channels that you might not see on your screen, and that's because I'm an administrator, so I can see all the channels, whereas you might have certain channels hidden to you because you don't need to see them. For example, once you're already in the server, you don't need to see the welcome channel anymore, so for most of you, this channel should be hidden. I'm going to go over what the channels are, what the structure of someone's microphone. There you go. I'm going to go over what how the platform generally functions, and I'll talk more about how our server functions. So it's split up into chat channels and voice channels, and all of them appear on the left-hand side, and they'll all always be in some category. So you'll either see a little hashtag or a pound symbol. That denotes a chat channel, so you can type messages. So if I go to Discord help, I can click it, and it shows all the conversation happening here, and I can say, hello. This person's being asked to join group 6, so I'm just going to quickly give them the group 6 role so that they are welcome. And so that's how you chat in certain chat channels. You simply click the channel and you type. But there might be some channels that you can't type in, such as the announcements channel. And that's because we use these channels to communicate with you. So if you were to click the announcements channels, you can see what's happening in there, but you can't type. And similarly, there's channels that you can't see at all. And so that means that with Discord, we can control who sees what and who can talk where. And that just lets us structure the server a little bit. Now, a voice channel is what we're in right now. And so if you click any voice room, which is a room that has a little speaker icon, you'll pop in and you'll see your name pop up in the room. And if I scroll through, I can see everyone else that's in this room. And what makes this valuable is if you have multiple voice rooms, you can at a glance see how many people are in each room and you can pop between rooms, meaning that Discord thrives if your event or whatever you're trying to do requires people to be in different rooms at the same time, but also gives them the feeling that there's other people around because you're all a part of the same space. Within a voice room, you can, at the bottom left here, mute your microphone, which most of you have done. Thank you. You can mute your sound. So if you just need to mute every sound for a moment, you can click the deafen icon. And you can also flip on your video if you wanted to. And you do that by clicking the voice room that you're already in. And so you'll see how all of us are displayed here. Now there's too many of us in the room, so it would actually won't let you turn on video unless there's less than 25 people in the room. Because there's not, in my opinion, much sense in having a massive video call. But if you have 25 people or less, you can all flip on your video. But if you wanted to stream your screen, which is what I'm doing right now, you click this little screen icon on the bottom left, and that'll let you select a screen that you want to share to everyone in the voice room, which works really well if you're doing a presentation, for example, or what I like to do with my friends is one person will stream Netflix to everybody, and it actually streams the audio, and it works surprisingly well. So if you ever wanted to do like a group movie session, Discord works really well for it. Just pick the person that has the best internet to actually do the streaming. And so that's how voice channels work, and that's pretty much the main focus of Discord. Um, if you go into any channel, for example, announcements, on the right hand side, you will see all the people that can actually see the same channel. So in announcements, pretty much everyone can see it. So I can scroll through the list and I'll see all your names and you're all there. But if I was to go into one of your group chats, or you can just go into one of your group chats on your own, you'll see on the right hand side it's very limited how many people can actually see it. And that's because those group chats are private to you guys. And so that's how we're trying to control who can see what and make sure that people have their own spaces as necessary. What else do we have? So with Discord, you can assign roles to people, and you'll have assigned many roles to yourself, and some of the roles will be automatically assigned to you. But a role can be found by clicking your name anywhere. So if I can click your name in our voice room, and I can see you have the BCom role, the Agreed to Rules role, the Group 14 role, and the Welcome Week role. I can click my name in a voice channel, in a text area. Just as long as you can click someone's name, you can see what roles they have. And each role grants certain permissions. So because you all have the Welcome Week role, that gives you access to that Welcome Week category. And so that's how we're doing that controlling of who can see what. It's all using roles. And roles are often tied with permissions as well. So, for example, you'll see some people that have green names. That's because they're green suits. And I explicitly gave green suits the ability to assign roles as well. So that's why they've been amazing, by the way, in assigning you all roles. But when someone asks for a role, a green suit's able to go and do that for us, which is super helpful. If you ever find that a certain checks channel is just annoying, nice tip is you can right click it and click where is it? The mute option right here, and you can just completely mute that channel. So I like to mute the feeds channel, which is just people coming into the server. So if there's ever a particular channel you just don't care about the notifications, you can right click it, you can mute it, you can control your notifications. So if you find that we're sending too many notifications, you just want to mute it for a little bit, you can go into your notification settings and just turn that all off. Most of you have already done this, but if you like, you can set a profile picture. Just click your face on the bottom left, and that'll let you edit your account, and you can just play with it. It's pretty straightforward. We also have a number of bots in the server. I'm going to see if I can bring them up. They're down here. So they all have the beep boop role. So we have DeGroote bot, we have Rhythm, and we have Invite role bot. But Discord allows us to create custom bots that let us do automated things. For example, DeGroote bot has a sensor. So if someone tries to type something inappropriate, there's a good chance that the DeGroote bot will delete their message immediately. And it kind of just helps us ensure that the space feels safe and feels organized. And the bots do really helpful stuff. The bots can also do some super fun stuff, like in our assign roles channel, which I'll go into later. If you click a reaction, the bot will automatically assign a role to you, and that's how we kind of automate some of the work that goes into the server. And the bot can do other fun stuff, like create a poll. So I'll go over what bots do for you later down the road, but just know that they're there to help, and they can do some fun stuff. And lastly, general Discord point is the idea of notifications and pings. So I sent out a ping to everybody by typing the @ symbol and a role. And what that does is it sends that little red notification to everyone to let you know that you've been mentioned. Now, only admins can actually ping everyone because it will get very spammy otherwise. You would get notifications that you don't need. But if you wanted to get someone's specific attention, for example, let's say I wanted to get Sue's attention, I could go to a channel and I could type @Sue and I'd say hi. And she would get a notification because I've mentioned her. Just be mindful that you're not spamming people too much because it can be very disruptive. And the last thing I'm going to go over is actually that's pretty much Discord. There's not much else to it, but what we've done is customize our server to fit certain needs. So I'm going to go through what the DeGroote and so Sue just pinged me back, and that's why you can see the yellow little notification that I got mentioned. So what I'm going to do now is talk about how we structure the DeGroote server and what makes it special. Looks like you're good to go. So I just assigned some roles, so I'm going to @Tish and say you should be good to go. Okay, so we have tried to design the DSB server to feel like a space that mimics what the DeGroote building used to be. Someone's microphone is not muted. Okay. So we try to mimic what the DSB building offers you as much as we can. But first and foremost, the verification step is super important. So if you know someone that's joining and they're still trying to find their way down the ropes, make sure you have them visit the rules channel and click this check mark. But as soon as someone joins, they'll see the welcome channel and they'll be able to take that step to join. What I really want to do now, though, is go over all our rules and guidelines before I get into the specifics of the server, because it's important that everyone's following these rules and guidelines so that we're ensuring that the community is up to the standards of McMaster students. So really quickly, rule number 1 is going to be content and discussion guidelines. Essentially, just make sure that the content that you're sharing in the server is appropriate. Be respectful of each other and mindful of the content of the messages that you're sharing. Avoid harassment of any kind because we will take reasonable action against people who have been found to be disruptive or particularly inappropriate with each other. And if an inappropriate message or image is sent, there's a good chance the bot will delete it. But if you ever spot a situation where the bot didn't delete the message, just shoot me a private message. Let me know that you saw something that you thought was inappropriate, and we'll take care of it. Voice chat etiquette. So when you're in a voice chat, especially a big room like this, make sure you keep your microphone muted unless it's your turn to talk, just because there's a lot of background noise that can be disruptive if you don't have a headset especially. So use headphones if you want, but it's just standard voice chat etiquette. With chat channels, make sure that if you're typing in a chat channel, it's relevant to the topic. So if I want to talk about pet stuff, I should go to the DeGroote channel, and just to make sure that the server stays organized. There's no impersonation of other people allowed, including staff and faculty, meaning you shouldn't pretend to be someone else. You shouldn't pretend to be a staff member. And if we find a situation where someone is trying to pretend to be someone that they're not, they can get in trouble. And also be very mindful if you receive a private message from someone who's asking for information from you, just as you would on any other platform. Be very cautious that you're not sharing information with someone that you don't know who they are. So if you're ever asked about personal academic questions, always use the official channels for that when you're sharing sensitive information. Discord should be more for casual conversations. A pretty obvious one is don't spam and flood chat rooms. So don't just spam enter and flood a chat room. It's disruptive. No inappropriate usernames or profile photos. So if we see a photo or a name that doesn't fit the standards of the school, we'll get rid of it. Another important one is no advertising, soliciting, or self-promotion, meaning we don't want this to be a place where you feel like you're being bombarded with advertisements and invites to things. And so We want all community members to come here to talk to each other, not to come here to advertise. So we ask that you're not advertising things for yourself or club events, etc. We may set up a situation where we allow people to do very select advertising, for example, post a poster, but we'll let you know if we decide to go down that route. Until then, we ask that there's just no advertising happening. And last and definitely not least is all expectations for McMaster students that are set out in the Code of Student Rights and Responsibilities also applies to everything that happens in this server. So I recommend that as incoming students and even upper year students review the code and just make sure that you're abiding by it because it applies as soon as you become a student. So that's the rules. Hopefully that feels fair and makes sense. And if you have a question about the rules or you're not sure if something would qualify under it, feel free to send us a message and we'll do our best to help. We're not the rules aren't created to try to penalize you. It's more to just ensure that we all feel safe and comfortable. So it looks like I got a ping. Okay, just someone saying thank you. How do you know if you're welcome week? So you'll see the welcome week category at some point. I don't even know if this person's actually in voice chat. They are, yes. Okay, you will see the welcome week category. Scroll down under drop-ins. Someone's microphone's not muted. Okay, I will have to remember to unmute everybody. I'll add this person to group 18 real quickly. So those are the rules, and I'm going to go over some other important channels appropriately listed under the important category. And I can't click right now. So our server is split up into a lot of categories, and we've done so to make sure that the server feels organized. First and foremost, we have the important category. Appropriately, important things are in here, such as the announcements channel. So we'll post announcements in here, and we'll try to be mindful to not spam you with pings. So if you hear a ping or see a ping, that you can expect that it's something useful. If at any point you get stuck with Discord, drop a message in the Discord help. Either I will help you, another staff member will help you, or another student might be able to help you. So if you ever just get stuck with Discord, visit the Discord help channel, drop a message. We also have a crisis help channel, so if you're ever feeling like you need resources to assist you through a moment of crisis, those resources are available across all of McMaster, but we just link to them conveniently here. Sorry, I talk a lot and my voice gets a little bit, my throat gets dry. It's good, we're good. So reference this channel if you ever just need some links to the McMaster Student Wellness Center, the Good to Talk service, some articles that we'll update in here that could be useful to read, as well as the McMaster Daily News and DeGroote Online Resource Center. It's just a space where we'll throw some useful links for you, so feel free to reference it at any point. Another super important channel is the Assigned Roles channel, and it looks like a lot of people have taken advantage of this, but this channel lets you assign some special roles to you. So there's 3 roles that you can self-assign. Your program, so BCom, MBA, IBH, or PhD. Your preferred pronouns, so if you prefer to be referred to as they, them, he, him, or she, her, you can let us all know here, and it'll assign you a role. And your school years, so if you're a first year, second year, third year, fourth year, fifth year student, just click the number, and that way you'll be able to tell your that year. Sorry, I had to cough. And fees just lets us know that someone new has joined, so you can mute this channel. Those are the important channels. The next category we have is the drop-ins. And so we were using this category during the summer. Every week, Sue would do drop-in hours. And so she would, in Sue's coffee shop, open it up, and students were allowed to come in and just have a conversation with Sue, talk about what their concerns are, provide some feedback, or just generally chat. And so we're interested in doing more drop-ins if you think that could be valuable. And I know that there's some faculty members as well who are interested in just having casual conversations with students. And it's a great way to just let them know your honest thoughts on their courses, because it does have an influence on decisions, right? Because the goal of education is ensuring that you guys are having an amazing experience, and knowing your thoughts and feedback on courses that you're taking and experiences that you've had let us make sure that we're delivering high quality content. So keep an eye out for drop-in events. We're going to figure out how we want to structure those, and we'll let you all know in the announcements channel what those look like. And if you have ideas or thoughts on the type of drop-ins that you'd like to have, like is it drop-ins with faculty, is it with staff, is it with casual academic advising, like whatever you guys think would be super valuable to you, you can conveniently let us know in the feedback channel, which is also under drop-in. So come into this channel and drop a message. I can see Avery B here had some feedback on the Zoom meeting that everyone had last week, I think. So if you ever have just that general feedback and you want to share it, drop it in here, and I guarantee you, Sue will read it on her own because she keeps an eye on it and she takes it very seriously. So please share your thoughts; they're super valuable. The Welcome Week channel will only be visible to people who have the Welcome Week role, so incoming students. If you need this role, just ask for it in the Discord help channel. But I'm sure you have become more comfortable with this role. You'll see that we have a general Welcome Week news channel, a sign group where people have been letting us know what group number that they should be in, and they've just been assigned the role. General chat, which has been very active. Questions, which is where people have been just dropping a welcome week related question. I have some private channels for the green suits so that I can communicate with them and make sure that we're all okay. And there's also some general voice rooms that they've been able to jump into. So the welcome week group is just there for the first year students to be able to talk to each other and just have a closed space. Below that, if you're assigned to a group, you'll see your group text channel and your group voice channel. I see all of them, you'll only see one. And you're more than welcome to continue talking to your groups. I see a lot of activity in there. Um, and it's good that you all have a small group of people that you can get to know in a more personal way because there's just less people who can jump into the conversation. So please use those group chats. I know the green suits have been doing their best to make sure you're feeling welcome and you're feeling active. So if you have feedback for them or you just want to just jump into the conversation, that group chat is where you can do it. And if you should all also have access to a group voice chat, so you can just click the group number with the little speaker icon to jump into a voice chat and have events with your group members that way. There's a staff category, which I'm not going to show you because it's just for staff members, but staff members have their own channel. It's essentially just a lounge area, so there's nothing too special in there. It's just places where we can talk to each other. Obviously, there's one for faculty as well. And then there's an undergrad category, which we have designed to feel like a space that you can come to with your friends, with your peers, with your group members to do DeGroote related things. So undergraduate chat. It's not that sketchy. Undergrad chat is just used for you guys to talk, and it looks like you guys have a good conversation there. We've created a school help channel, so if you have some questions about school, feel free to drop it in there. But most importantly, we have some meeting rooms. So instead of let's say you have a group project coming up. Instead of creating a Zoom meeting and sending everyone the Zoom link, you can instead just say, let's jump on Discord, meeting room 1. That way everyone knows, okay, we're going on Discord, we're going to click meeting room 1, and you go for it. And you can do everything that you can do in Zoom right on here without having to share a link. And most importantly, if there's other people in other meeting rooms, you can kind of feel like we're all in the same space. We're all in the same building. So I encourage you, if you want to just quickly jump into a voice conversation with your friends or your group members, etc., is use these meeting and study rooms. They're there for you. Our hope is that those are always full. And if it ever gets to the point where it's so active that there's too many conversations going on, there's no limit to how many rooms I can add, so it's not a problem. But please feel free to use those rooms. You just click it, you just jump in, let everyone else know what room they have to go into, and you can share your screen, share your video, stream Netflix, whatever you want to do. That space is open for you guys. And then we also have the DeGroote community section, which is for everybody. So undergraduate, MBA, PhD, staff, faculty, we can all see this general question or general category. We can share some memes with each other, have general conversations, share your dog photos. I know Sarah has just been going nuts with this channel. I love it. She just posts all these dog photos, and it's just such good content. And so we're we're just trying to create a space where you feel like you can come hang out. And that's pretty much Discord. And so where we're at now is we're trying to figure out how to ensure that this space feels like a place that you want to keep coming back to. So at this point, I'm going to turn the recording off because that's a full introduction to Discord, and I'm going to open up the floor a little bit. So if you have thoughts, comments, suggestions, feedback, anything, feel free to share that. I just want to stop